Hey kids and mums and dads, Aaron here from Charlie Boots. Thanks for tuning in to another one of our online instructional videos. These videos are at the heart of what we do at Charlie Boots. We're all about fun, creativity and learning for the kids at home. And today we're going to get a little bit messy, but hopefully not too messy, and do some pouring paints. So let's get stuck into it. All right, so let's get stuck into it and talk about the things we need for our pouring paints. Before you get started, you always want to make sure you're ready to go, you're organized, and particularly if you're doing a messy art like pouring paints that can potentially turn to chaos if you don't be prepared, then that's what your end result's going to look like. So it's important that we have everything ready, and that includes some water, some cups to mix and hold up our timber board, some paper towel. I'm going to use some art paper which I'm going to put underneath this so I don't make a mess. At home you could use a bit of plastic, you could use an old craft towel, you could use a plastic bag cut in half. Whatever you use, get mum and dad's permission of course. Make sure it's not mum's favourite linen tablecloth. You'd be in a lot of strife for that. Of course we need all our paints as well. And there's 8 colours here in our kit with Charlie Boots, and when you open up the big paints here, there's a little seal in here which you have to remove. I've done that on most of them. I think this one needs the seal removed. No, that one's done. Which one is it? Maybe this one, maybe the orange. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there it is. Just go take that seal off, and I take that off and I put it face down on some paper towel so I don't make any mess with that. And I'm always quick to put the lid back on nice and tight. Now before you use these, you want to shake them up really well. Make sure all the colour is nice and even throughout the bottle. And the smaller ones here, they'll have a plastic seal on the top, so make sure you take the plastic seal off and then put them in the bin when you finish. Don't leave them lying around as a choking hazard for any younger brothers or sisters, pets, parents that might want to try and chew on them. So we have our paints, we have our water if you want to do any mixing, we've got our cups, paper towel, and now the last thing is this iridescent varnish, and that's what you put on your artwork once it's completely dry. So once you've finished doing all your pouring and your manipulating of your art, you don't want to touch it. You want to let it dry for at least 24 hours, and then you can apply this, and it'll give it a nice clear shine coat over the top. Really finishes it off. But let's get our paper down, and then we can get started. So all I'm going to do is take out 2 pieces of this. I'm going to put that down, and then I'm going to get 3 cups, place them like so, pretty easy, and that's how I'm going to suspend my timber board above my table, but I'm not going to get the table dirty, and if I do, I have some paper towel here to do a clean up. Now I'm going to bring the camera in over the top, and we're going to start mixing up some colours and get stuck into it. Awesome. Alright guys, so let's get started. One thing I forgot to mention is that we do include gloves in our kits. These gloves are too small for my hands, so I'm not going to use them, but kids, I encourage you to use them. However, parents, these paints are acrylic, 100% kid safe. There's no chemicals, there's no danger to them. So if you do get a pain in your fingers, it's not the end of the world. And the only time you really get potentially a little bit of paint on your fingers is when you lift up the board and start working it around. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down a base, and I've got the coral colour, and I've tipped the whole container into this cup with just a dash of water, and then I've stirred it with my tool here, so I'm ready to go. And I'm going to pour that down, and then the technique we're going to do is add 2 colours in each cup, adding the colours one at a time so they don't mix, and then pour them at the same time like this. So put a hold like that so you guys can see. Pour them at the same time like that in the middle, and then that'll push the base of the coral around, and then we can just lift it and manipulate it and blow on it and use our tool and go from there. So first thing to do is to add our base and pour it around. Do it from this angle so you guys can see. I'll give it about that much. You can see how well the paint moves. And you also notice I didn't paint the timber board. There's no need, kids. You can just put it straight on there and away you go. A bit more coal. What I don't want to do yet is push it all the way to the edge. I'm going to save that till last. But I am going to go close to the edge. I'm turning it around so you guys can see. And that works for now. And now I'm going to mix up my other paints that I'm going to use. So I'm going to put together, what have we got here? It's called Shiraz. I'm going to mix the Shiraz with the orange. And then I'm going to choose one of these colors in here. Maybe I'm going to put like 2 of these to my bronze. And the bronze is a metallic bronze, which is a really cool color. So when I squirt this in, I squirt it on the edge. That's it. And then I'm going to add my orange on top of that. And remember, when we pour these in, we're going to pour the 2 cups together at the same time. And there's no right or wrong way to do pouring paints, guys. It's whatever makes you comfortable. It's whatever result you're looking for. Because at the end of the day, it's art, and art is all about being an individual and having fun and expressing yourself. And no one can say you're doing it wrong. If you're happy with the result, that's all that matters. And you'll see here, I'm taking my time, I'm not making any mess. About that much is good. Put the lids back on. Always put the lids on. And now I'm going to get, what have we got here? Light purple to go with our bronze. A little bit of shape. Alright, so we need to pour this evenly when we do it. So I've got my 2 cups here, and I'm going to aim straight for the middle there. Make sure you guys can see that. And starting off slowly, and away we go. You can see as we're doing it, all those other colours are coming out now as well. You can move that around. You can also do the same thing in different areas too. So we can then do it over here, same result, and we drag it down this way, and then do one over here, and drag it down that way. You can also just do 1 cup. Maybe we want to do this cup here, and pour it around the side there like so. And all our colours are coming out there, and then we have our bronze and our light purple. And what you'll happen at the end is you'll make sure that you've got no timber showing at all. Okay? So you keep swirling it around. Until the paint runs off the side. And this is where it gets a bit messy, but it's all fun. Good thing I got that paper towel, team. This finger's about to cop it. There it goes. And down this way. I'll put that on the board there so you guys can have a look. Looks pretty cool. I'm a big fan. We've just got this last bit here to do, so I'm just going to give myself some paper towel. And I'm going to rotate the artwork so you guys can see it as I pour it. Just so we get the light right for you here in the studio. I'll turn that around. And there you have it, kids. There is our pouring paints artwork. You saw how quick and easy that was to make. Now, the key is to leave it alone and to let it dry for at least 24 hours, okay?